What's up guys, today we're going to be having a look at the Kenxinda X6. This is a really inexpensive phone from China. It actually ended up being a lot better than I thought it was going to be. So right off the bat you can see that it's got a quad-core 1.3 GHz processor, 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB storage and a 5-inch screen. As you can see in the box you get these headphones that I've not actually used, but they look like pretty decent run-of-the-mill headphones. You also get your instruction manual and your warranty card. You get this transparent gel case, which is pretty terrible, so let's just throw that aside. Now the phone itself is actually not bad looking. On the bottom part you can see you've got your tabs button, you've got your home button which is also a fingerprint sensor, and you've got your back button. On the bottom part you've got your headphone jack, you've got a micro USB port, and you've got one speaker. The speaker isn't amazing obviously, but it's not terrible. I mean it's what you would expect for this price range. On one side you have your SIM card tray, and then on the other you have the power button and volume up and down. Camera bump is pretty small considering the price of the phone, so that's good. It's got kind of like a chrome finish on the outside. However, the dual lens system is just complete lies. It's not a dual lens system, only one of the lenses work. Got a flash as well, and then on the front you've got your front facing camera. Now the first thing that impressed me off this phone is that the fingerprint sensor is actually pretty snappy. It's actually pretty quick. And the phone itself, it handles really well considering the fact that this is a sub $100 phone. I don't think you'd be expecting a lot more than what you actually get, and I think that in a few areas you do get more for your money than what you would be expecting. Now as you can see, the screen does dim to a pretty decent amount if you want to use this at night. You've got a toggle button for the flash, which is the only useful toggle button that you'll find on the notification bar. By the way, the notification bar pulls up from the bottom, which is kind of weird, but whatever. The camera is pretty terrible. I mean, the camera is not a camera that I'd use for anything. I've seen better cameras on cheap smartwatches. So yeah, I mean, the camera, in my opinion, it's unusable. However, as is the case with many of these Chinese phones, the camera on the front actually seems to be better than the one on the back. So yeah, maybe for some really bad quality selfies, it may do. As you can see, you do have the original Android Play Store, and you can download most apps on it. Let's go into YouTube and play a video. Now, one thing that impressed me are the viewing angles. You have to keep in mind that this is a 720p screen, so you will see a bunch of pixels. It's not going to be high definition, nothing like that, but you wouldn't expect it for the price. But the viewing angles were actually a lot better than I thought they were going to be. You also have to keep in mind the fact that we're right under a studio light, so that adds to the difficulty of this test. Now, if we go into the benchmark, you'll see right off the bat that there's a lot of stuttering trying to load up the 3D images, the 3D videos. There's a lot of stuttering, pausing. It's just not smooth, and you wouldn't really expect it to be for this price anyways. So that is kind of a given, but it's something to keep in mind in case you were expecting to be doing a lot of high-end gaming with this phone. It's just not going to happen, and I really don't think it's going to happen with any phone at this price range. So as you can see, the gaming experience is actually a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's actually perfectly playable in the games I tried out, and it's actually a pretty enjoyable experience. So that's something that I wasn't really expecting on a phone this price, and especially considering that I had ran the benchmark test, which turned out a result of 30,000, by the way, just minutes before. So yeah, that was a shocker. Now the browsing experience is it's not really that great. It does take quite a long time to be able to load images, as you'll be able to see here. So it's not the snappiest thing in the world compared to other phones, even in its price range. However, it is pretty decent if you just want to be reading news and stuff like that. My Wi-Fi speed was about half of that of what I can get on my Galaxy S8 Plus, which you can also see the comparison in size here. You can also see the amount of fingerprints on the Kenxinda X6. That's just because oleophobic coating isn't as good. Anyways, This is a phone that you could definitely be checking out if you're in the look for a budget phone, maybe just a work phone, maybe a burner phone, not sure. Or if you just don't mind having a really low-end spec phone, considering that you're getting a really good deal on the price, then yeah, you go for it. But what I'd say is keep in mind that this is a budget phone, so don't be expecting it to do anything amazing, especially in the camera department. Anyways guys, that's all for this time. Till the next time, peace.